Okay, another day and another new AI video model. Today we're going to be talking about the newly released LTX 2.5. I'm going to be talking about what is new on it and of course showcasing my own personal results. So let's start out by talking about what is new on 2.5. Of course, it does look quite better compared to 2.3, which in my opinion was quite a weak model, but then again, it was of course open source. So what is new? So first and foremost, cleaner motion. This comes from the support of 50 FPS, and I'm going to be showcasing those results later on. Now you can do multi-shot scenes, better prompt adherence. So with LTX 2.5, you can just do like 2 lines of text and it will do actually pretty good job. So there's no need to write a 2000 character prompt. And that's actually very nice for some people. And I do also kind of prefer it that I don't really need to write so much to get a perfect prompt and end result. There's also this auto duration feature, which is not available on the interface that I'm using. Native 4K HDR. This is not something that I was able to access to. My results were limited to 1080p. A native raw workflow, better results, less compute, and pre-trained foundation you can fine-tune. And here are some other comparisons. I think some of this information, when it always somebody does their own chart like this, guys, always, okay, that's bullshit partially. Because I know for a fact that you can run Minimax H3 on 16 gigabytes of VRAM, actually at 8 gigabytes of VRAM with the distilled model. So saying that it's not available for 16 gigabytes, I think is a lie. Okay, that is not true. It's not going to be as good performance, but you can still run it on 8 gigs of VRAM. So there's a lot of optimizations for a lot of models out there. I'm sure there's going to be ones for LTX as well. So and it seems that LTX is like the most open source thing out there. One of the other things is that definitely, which I saw in my, I was doing my tests on Runway. So basically it's very fast. Consider the generation to 10-second clip and it's 6.8 seconds. And this is on Preem. I don't know what it means exactly on Preem exactly in this context, but 23 seconds on the other one. And comparing it to a lot of the other models, that is actually pretty good. And I didn't know Sedans 2.5 has such a higher length compared to 2.0, but whatever. Basically, it is very, very, very fast, and that is definitely a strong point for some. Now, it needs to be mentioned that it is limited to 10 seconds, which is very limiting for a lot of people. I think OmniFlash is still also at 8 seconds, or is it 10 seconds? So that's not ideal for many people, filmmakers like me. I need 15 seconds. With 10 seconds, you can't actually do certain dialogue scenes. So it's really hard to cut audio and mix audio when you have such a low clips. For anything that doesn't have audio, narration, dialogue, that's a different story. But every time we talk about these video models, people are doing different things with them. Some are doing ads, maybe they're doing audio post-production, they're doing advertisement. So that changes a lot of things. What you exactly need it for filmmaking, duration is extremely important. And there seems to be a lot of people already doing, obviously people are doing corn on LTX, and there's a lot of impressive stuff on that side of things. And many things have already been built out in terms of LoRa's, but we're not going to be talking about that here today. So let's look into the 12 results or the prompts that I did. So let's kind of go through a bit of the parameters. 720p, 1080p available, only 16 and 9 and 9 to 16. I don't know if in the other models there's more dimensions, but that is kind of limiting. I think some people want 21 at 9. Granted, that is not on every single other model out there either. And 3 to 4 is another one that some people like for shorts. And there seems to be 6, 8, and 10. I don't know if this is Runway specific thing, or can you actually adjust from like having a 5-second clip or 7 seconds, or does it have to do on 2s, 6, 8, and 10? But 10 is the floor. And then this is the big thing, is that there's the FPS. So anime obviously is always in 24 and also 12 FPS. Then there's 25, 48, and 50. And I have to say the 50 FPS results were really good. And it supports first and last frame, and it supports also I think audio references, not image references, so no character sheets. Here's our first prompt. It's very simple. So I can already say there's a lot of distortion on the face. There's no reference image. If we had a reference image, I would probably argue it probably would have been a bit better looking. But text to video is also an important test. There's a lot of grain in, this doesn't sound like rain. It sounds like rain. And this is something that you see with LTX and bit with Minimax too, is that now they're amazing in terms of being open source and all that, but the audio is really behind compared to the other models. And I don't know, this diffusion or is this like why exactly it does that? Cdance does that wobble sound, which I absolutely hate. One does that too. And some of these other models do this grain thing, and Grok does this well. I don't know where it comes from, but it's really annoying. And audio is really hard to post edit compared to video, in my opinion. Another one, which was a dog. This is once again super simple prompt. So there's a rap beat, okay, so now the sound was actually much more better, but there's invisible things here, which is trying to, I don't know what is the the English word for that, what I'm trying to say here, but the things are missing from here. Otherwise, it's pretty good looking actually, but there's like 6 legs, so I don't know what's up with that, but it's kind of funny, and I think some of the elements are really, really good. It's just the anatomy is totally off here. And here's another one, testing out dialogue.
I'm totally innocent. I only abducted 53 people. Call my lawyer!
So actually decent emotional range, and sometimes in some models, and what I noticed with one and Minimax is that the mouth kind of starts to look very weird when they talk. Here, it's actually not too bad and somewhat believable. Also, it doesn't like sometimes there's a lot of pixelization on the teeth, so this is not too bad in my opinion. Another one. Once again, that very grainy rain sound. And this is like a juggling thing, and it totally like falls apart in terms of the juggles. It's just not able to do this. This is a hard prompt for Cdance to do as well. But everything on the background looks very good, actually. And the character itself is not bad. The lighting on his face is okay, but everything in terms of the motion here is just like kind of not very good in my opinion. And this was a prompt from Cdance, so it's a very long one. And this is on my Telegram, by the way. And then we tried obviously anime. I mean, this is pretty all over the place, guys. It's pretty unusable. It doesn't feel like very anime. There's some elements that look good, like in the end. The character model looks pretty good once it stops moving. But other than that, it's not anatomically correct scene. And the background also is kind of meh. It doesn't look good. I mean, this is just unusable altogether. Like, there's nothing here to salvage. Special effects don't look very good, but here, like, it does look decent. Although there's 4 arms. But yeah, so anime doesn't seem to be a good. Here is actually this was a failed. I did wrong order, so I did try to do now A and B first and last frame. I think this is something that is very unused on Cdance and other models. I think the A and B first last frames are actually pretty good, getting good results, guys. So I would recommend using those a lot. So, I mean, this looks very grokkish. The audio is pretty bad. And it's just like, it basically is showing it could be the next building here where she lands, but no, it just has to like leap over and fly, and a lot of distortion going on. Not very good. Then some GTA gameplay. I like always this prompt. So as you can see, this is on 50 FPS, and it looks pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty good in terms of if you pay attention only to the characters. There's some distortion with the other people, the NPCs, but like, this is not bad at all, in my opinion. Here's another. because of the FPS, like you could really believe this is real gameplay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This FPS, somehow it builds out this sort of a believability in it. And it doesn't really distort at all, actually, when I look at it. I kind of some of the characters may be slightly distorted, but it's actually pretty good. And this is from one single image that I did. So once again, and I do have the GTA prompts in the Telegram, by the way. So if you want those, go find them out. Then of course we have to do fight scenes. These are bread and butter. These are something we always need to try with every model. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. It looks pretty bad. It's not as bad as some of the early ones like Rock in the beginning. I mean, there's a lot of things going on here that don't make any sense. Maybe it should have been, same size characters. He does hit him head on the head in a very, very good way. But then, like, Shield disappears. He drops the sword on the ground and picks up the sword. Like, I don't know what's going on here in terms of the anatomy. It's a bit of a harder prompt, but it's not that hard in my opinion. So I thought it was okay-ish, but it definitely is not for fight scenes, guys. Then a couple of scene and other audio tests.
Diesmal werde ich das beenden, was ich begonnen habe.
Look at the detail on her face.
Diesmal werde ich das beenden, was ich begonnen habe.
So this was the scene transition. I asked it to cut the basically room inside the castle, and she's in a different environment. She doesn't look exactly like she looks in this part. Quite similar, but the model kind of changes to look something like 3D more than realism here. But given the distance she is from the camera, I had to say that the mouth movement looks very good, very realistic. And then lastly, a bit of a dance test. So this 50 FPS dimension is pretty impressive. Now that basically wraps up my thoughts on LTX. Just to kind of summarize, it is very fast and it's basically great for like uncensored stuff, of course. But is it better than Minimax? I don't know. Obviously, it can do 60 FPS, and that is a huge thing for a certain type of specific content. So it kind of depends on what you're trying to do. But you can't do character references here. You can't do audio references. So in that sense, for cinematic filmmaking, it is not as good as Minimax. But maybe for other stuff, maybe doing advertisements for products or something like that, anything that requires 60 FPS, like those gameplay clips, which were probably the most amazing, because I did try these types of things with CDance 2.5, but this looks better to me than that stuff. Maybe it doesn't, because I didn't try hard physics. You can't really do much in 10 seconds, like jumping and all that type of stuff. But yeah, this was pretty good, and I'm impressed by it. And I have to probably get a new PC and just run it locally to experiment more. But hey, thanks for watching. Check out my other recent reviews of the other video models, and then you can come into conclusion which one is the best one for you. Obviously, join my Discord. We're sharing alpha strategies, prompts with each other, and obviously people can share their own work there as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.